Every time she had made a report to me, she had lied.
So she was a good liar.
She was a great liar.
Do you think she ever expected to be caught?
I don't think she did, no. My opinion is that she liked playing the victim and she liked the attention that she got.
When she says that her house is broken into, the power's cut, the telephone's cut, cameras around her home, her security cameras are cut. You think what?
I was thinking someone was out to get her. What we saw was no one approached Sarah's house. Well, what it did show, the footage, was that someone walked from her backyard around the side of the house, through the gate, to the power box and turned the power off, then went back inside.
So whoever it was coming from inside the house?
That's correct, yes.
Not somebody who'd seemingly broken in?
No.
It was reasonable to deduce that this is Sarah Jane.
It was, yeah, it was.
She says her iPad has been stolen from her house.
So she rang police and reported that her iPad had been stolen. Her iPad was at the Joneses' house.
But she had a GPS tracker on her car, is that right?
She did, yes.
What did that show?
Showed that someone drove from Sarah's house to the Joneses' house.
When you were reviewing those allegations, though, did you see red flags in those allegations, those 32 allegations?
In relation to the second sexual assault, I saw red flags in relation to that one. Sarah went to great lengths to fabricate that story. She hit herself in the head with probably something similar to a brick and caused an injury to herself. She staged a crime scene, had a condom wrapper in the yard. She volunteered to undergo a forensic medical examination for a sexual assault following this. She went to great lengths. But forensically, Dan wasn't at the scene. That was the results of that. So I met Dan after he was released. I started reviewing the initial investigation, and we went through every allegation that Sarah had made, and he responded to each and every one of them and provided information, if he could, about where he was at the time of each allegation.
How important was the photograph that was taken of Dan holding his nephew on the day that Sarah Jane Parkinson said he'd been to rape her?
Yeah, that was very important. That was the first time that police knew about that photo when I spoke to Dan that day. It showed where he was, at what time, and also his presentation, wearing his pyjamas.
Yes, it made it very hard for him to be at Sarah Jane Parkinson's place, raping her violently.
It did, yeah.
How has she damaged the position of the seriousness of victims who are genuine about their claims of domestic violence?
As I said, there's a lot of protections put in place for victims, and so there should be, rightly so. We have things like emergency housing for victims to go to. Sarah stayed in emergency housing. There's only limited emergency housing in Canberra for domestic violence victims. She's undermined the whole system.
Hello, I'm Liz Hayes. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.